Breaking news! After our last matchup, a lot has happened, and Dan Campbell has had to rush to get the team back in shape and ready for the next game. So we have a lot to cover, so be sure to hit that like button if you think we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. And comment below, go Lions! The Lions are still in command at 12-2, and while there are bumps in the road, this team is far from slowing down. Now let's talk about Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, and what's really going on behind the scenes after that wild road against the Bills and all these injuries piling up. First, Lions quarterback Jared Goff had a clear message for everyone after Sunday's loss and the recent adversity. Don't panic. That's right, Lions fans. While people outside the organization may feel like the sky is falling, Goff said the mood inside the locker room is calm, confident, and focused. He acknowledged that there have been injuries. More than 20 players have been placed on injured reserve this season, but the team refuses to let that become an excuse. The mood in the building is good. Yeah, of course there have been some injuries. The mood everywhere else is like the sky is falling, but the mood internally is good. We refuse to use these injuries as an excuse, and we're going to be fine. We have all the pieces we need. Dan has said before, we have a bunch of guys on defense that are going to step up, have big opportunities. On offense, we're going to keep moving forward, and that, Lions fans, is exactly the mindset you want to hear from your quarterback heading into Week 16. This team knows what they're capable of, and there's no time for self-pity. Now let's talk about Dan Campbell's fiery speech. Earlier this week, Coach Campbell addressed fans and fired everyone up with his honest, no-nonsense approach. Goff said Campbell's message to the public isn't much different than the way he speaks to the team. It's the way he speaks to all of us, and he's telling the truth. There's no fault about it. He's being honest, he's being sincere, he's being genuine, and he's right. If we reacted like everyone outside of US does, we'd have no chance. Campbell's leadership has been a cornerstone of the Lions' success this season. His belief in the team, and his refusal to let injuries or outside noise become a distraction, is exactly why this group is still locked in on their ultimate goal, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. Now, let's address that onside kick decision against the Bills. Look, Lions fans, we all saw it. The Lions had just cut Buffalo's lead to 38-28 with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It was a gutsy call by Campbell. He rolled the dice with an onside kick to keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Mac Hollins recovered the kick, took it back to the Lions' 5-yard line, and the Bills scored on the next play. Critics have been quick to question the decision, and even Campbell admitted afterward that, in hindsight, he might have done things differently. But let's be real here, Campbell knew what he was up against. Josh Allen has been playing at an MVP level and has made defenses across the league look helpless. Campbell believed his defense wasn't going to stop Allen and made an aggressive choice to try and steal the momentum. It didn't pan out, but it's that bold, fearless mindset that has defined Campbell's coaching style all season. And don't forget, Campbell isn't alone. Around the league, we've seen other coaches make similar decisions when facing quarterbacks like Allen or Mahomes. Rams coach Sean McVay did it last week. Bills coach Sean McDermott did it against the Chiefs. When you're facing elite quarterbacks, sometimes you've got to take risks. The bottom line? This loss stings, but it doesn't define this team. Jared Goff said it best. I'm telling you right now we can. Don't be depressed, we're fine. We're 12-2, we've got 3 games ahead of us. We're in good shape. And he's right. The Lions are still in first place in the NFC North and are battling for the number 1 seed in the conference. Even better? Key players, including linebacker Alex Anzalone, could return in time for the playoffs. This team is far from broken. In fact, this might be the wake-up call they need to refocus, finish the regular season strong, and hit the postseason firing on all cylinders. So, Lions fans, let's take a deep breath. Yes, injuries have been a challenge. Yes, the loss to the Bills exposed some things the team needs to clean up. But here's what matters. The Lions are still one of the best teams in the NFL. They control their own destiny, and as Goff said, they've got all the pieces they need to achieve something special this year. Now I want to hear from you. Do you agree with Campbell's onside kick decision, or would you have played it safe? Are you as confident as Jared Goff that this team can overcome the injuries and finish strong? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Injuries have been a recurring theme for the Lions this season, and unfortunately, Week 15 brought more bad news. Veteran running back David Montgomery is officially out for the season with a torn MCL. That's a massive blow for an offense that's relied on Montgomery's power and leadership. But as always, this team isn't throwing in the towel. Instead, the focus is shifting to finding a solution, and fast. One unexpected twist came when a fan reached out to former Lions RB Kerryon Johnson, asking if he'd consider coming back to help the team in their time of need. Johnson responded with a sense of humor, sharing a Pepsi ad featuring retired NFL legends joking about retiring. While it's clear he was having some fun with the idea, it's a reminder of a connection between the Lions and their former players, even those whose careers were cut short by injuries. For context, Johnson was a second-round pick back in 2018 and brought plenty of excitement to Detroit during his early days. However, knee issues derailed his career, and his last NFL appearance was in 2021 with the 49ers. These days, he's working as the Director of Player Development at the University of South Alabama, focusing on the future of young athletes. While a comeback would be fun to imagine, Johnson made it clear he'll be supporting the Lions from afar. Now, let's talk about the current state of the backfield. Head coach Dan Campbell isn't panicking. He's confident that rookie sensation Jahmyr Gibbs is ready to step up and carry the load. Gibbs has shown flashes of brilliance all season, and this is the moment the Lions drafted him for. Campbell also highlighted backups Craig Reynolds and rookie Sione Vaki as players who can rise to the occasion. But let's be honest, depth is always a concern, especially with the playoffs right around the corner. There's been some buzz about the Lions potentially bringing in another running back to bolster the roster. Free agency is one option, but poaching players from other teams' practice squads could also be on the table. Familiarity with the Lions system will be a priority, especially this late in the season, so it'll be interesting to see if the front office makes a move. But it's not just the running back position that's feeling the heat. The Lions also suffered injuries to Alim McNeill and Carlton Davis, key players on defense. Losing both could have a significant impact, but as we've seen all year, this team thrives on resilience. Rumors are swirling about potential practice squad pickups, including former Lions like Quinton Bohanna and Chase Lucas. These are guys who know the system and could provide immediate support. Among the other names mentioned, Josh Tupou and Jaden Peavy stand out as intriguing options for the defensive line. Both bring versatility and experience, which is exactly what defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn loves in his players. On the cornerback front, rookies like Isaiah Johnson could also be in the mix, giving the Lions a chance to develop talent for the future while addressing immediate needs. What's clear in all of this is that the Lions aren't giving up, not even close. At 12-2, this team is still one of the best in the NFL, and the focus remains on winning now. Injuries might have slowed them down, but they haven't stopped them. The coaching staff and front office are working around the clock to ensure the Lions stay competitive as they gear up for a deep playoff run. So, Lions fans, what do you think? Should the team stick with their current roster, or do you think they need to make a big move to address the injuries? And how do you feel about Kerryon Johnson's playful response? Would you love to see a former Lion step in and help out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I want to hear from you. Before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We're heading into the most exciting part of the season, and you don't want to miss a second of the action. Thanks for watching, and as always, one pride. Go Lions!